imagination. And the world today is in a desperate situation. Desperate situation. Stealing, burning, fighting, killing, nothing but corruption. It looks like mankind is on the eve of destruction. Oh yes it is. People, let me tell you that we got to learn to live with each other. Friendship train. Everybody shake a hand, shake a hand. People are talking about the friendship train. Get on board and shake a hand, make a friend. People listen to us now. We're doing our thing on the friendship train.
Taking that deep, deep, deep lymphatic breath. Well, welcome aboard. You know, I really got to give me one of them horns. Woo, woo! Welcome aboard the friendship train ride. We're making a Harriet Tubman's ride as we shifting out of chronic disease care stress, emancipating from medical mental slavery, stepping up to be our own wellness doctor. Yay! Gotta give me a clap too. Clap, 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 clap. Yay! Time to be your own wellness doctor with all the latest devices that has been created for individuals to get and monitor their own progress, their own health. But I'm here to tell you, you're your best barometer. All these devices, all you need is your self-assurance that you understand how the body is supposed to feel, how it's supposed to operate, because you know anatomy, you know physiology, you know what you have been doing, and you know what you have not been doing. And the body is so magnificent, so divine, so intelligent, that it just keeps going along, just like we're going down this track of Wellness Boulevard. Yes, this is the year, this is the season, family, community, and friends. Know yourself, trust yourself, and above all, love yourself beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness. You see, God gave you the right. You are the offspring. You have the right. You have all the knowing within you. And you know how to be in this physical world with this divine energetic body that wears this coat of a body. And we all look different, but the body operates the same. But what's different is our thought, the thought process, because life is what? Consciousness, right? Creates everything, consciousness. Family, community, and friends, welcome back aboard this Wellness Wednesday. I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, coming to you straight and live from the non-secular science of medicine, supporting you as I support myself, being my own wellness doctor. We may take those tests. You may want to know exactly, pinpoint, but don't let it be your measurement. You know what your measurement is because you know what the body is made of and you know what it needs. And all we got to talk about is the states of consciousness and the foods that we are fueling, the body that we move around in. Does it support it or does it break it down? That's the question. And if it breaks it down, how often, how much should you be taking? Where are you with your health paradigm? How you feeling? How you feeling today aboard the friendship train ride? Take that deep, deep, deep lymphatic breath, because there's nothing like the lymphatic system, the purification system of the body. Every ecosystem Every ecosystem needs to be able to purify itself. And why would anybody think that the human body couldn't do that? Huh? Just like nature purifies itself, it's your job to support because it's doing it. And you don't want that lymphatic system become so stagnated that it cannot completely do its job correctly. That's what all organs, systems, cells, cell structure, cells, it's too easy. It's not complicated. Family, just don't make it complicated no more. Let's all step up out of the dark ages of disease care. You got it. You got control. You don't have to keep going to a doctor, going here, going there, going anywhere, asking anybody anything. Not the foundation. Not about the foundation. The foundation is already there. The foundation was set when you came into this world. Taking that deep, 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 deep breath. Your foundation is so strong that it sustains you. Yes, it does. It carries us and moves on. And I like to thank my foundation. Lord knows my body has been through some challenging and changing times. But I knew I had to get still. I knew I had to relax. I knew I really had to just sit back and do nothing. That's why I'm telling you, when I made that decision to just not eat, just drink some water and not do anything, my body started going through all kinds of changes. And everything started clearing more and more and more and more and more. I'm telling you, gotta be thankful that all you have to do is just sit back and don't give it any negative thoughts. Don't feed it any negative foods. Don't be in a negative environment. Just sit back and relax, family, community, and friends, and you can do it. You all can create that space, that place where you can sit back and what? Tune into yourself. And that's why I'm talking about loving yourself beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness. You know, we got into this world and we just thought that we could just control nature and everything else, and nature's letting us know, do what you do, but I'm going to do what I do, and what I do is what I do, and it's what is done. And we got to recognize that and honor that. I'm telling you, put your houses up. If nature want to come through and tear it down, it will. I'm here to tell you. And when it needs to purify itself, it purifies itself. Woo, Lord. Family, community, and friends, take a deep breath. Relax with me on the friendship train ride. Sit back, and I tell you right now, it's a time for everybody just to sit back. Put your feet in your lap, rub your feet. Your feet represents your whole body. Take your time, do every toe. You ain't even got to understand what you're doing, where you're doing it, but if you notice any spot that feels kind of like, ooh, you might want to go look at a chart and see what organ or system that is and see what you need to do. So you can do your own self-care, self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-honor, self-worth. Come on, self-assurance. Just take some time. Reflexology on the train ride today. Yeah, if you can reach down there, but also recognize what? You got your hands. Yeah, hands represent the feet. Come on now. Sit back today. Take your time. Rub each finger. Go up and go down and go in between the webs. Same way you do your feet. Yes, come around. Go down that spine. Do that wrist. Go in the palm of your hand. Support all your organs. Wake them up. Tell them that you are alive. You are living and breathing. And you are ready to do what? Take this time right now. Right after they shut down the world everywhere. Put you in a state. Pull yourself out of that state. And don't worry about pulling nobody else out right now. Get strong for yourself. Take a hold of your health. Take a hold of your life. Make the shifts you need to make. Make the turns you need to turn. Just take your time. Take your time. And if you want to hold on to anything, excuse me, let's hold on to the ultimate stress buster. Somebody say, Dr. Karen, where did you get that from? I said, I don't know if I got it somewhere, put it together, but nevertheless, we have it and we can share it. Yes, the ultimate stress buster. We must learn to be big enough to actually love our enemies, to bless those who curse you, to do good to those who hate you, and if possible, to pray for those who persecute you and despitefully use you. Let go of the mental attitudes associated with stress, worry, fear, anger, resentment, loss of temperament, holding grudges. We must love ourselves enough to love our enemy if we are to have peace. If we would truly make an effort to do this, it would help establish peace and harmony in your life and in the lives of your family, community, and friends. On the friendship train ride, the laws of health is also the laws of peace. To have a truly healthy body, you must learn to live in peace. And that's what we're talking about, peace within yourself. No enemies, because you are not an enemy to yourself. You support yourself in all other divine ways. So you are not an enemy to yourself, and you don't have to be concerned and about anything that's going on that's going to take you away from creating the best life that you want to be. And that's what we talk about here on the Friendship Train Ride. And yes, we're in this humanity, and it's going to go through its changes. And we talked about that as we share on this train ride, the 4 Ds and the 2 Ps. We're talking about death, dying, disease, deception, pain, and pharmaceuticals. We got to put it all together. There's going to be death. We're going to watch people die. There's going to, they have to name your cellular malfunctions a name to support them with helping you correct them using their pharmaceuticals and surgeries. But there's other means that can help. But nevertheless, we have to understand what they do and what we are supposed to do for us. So death, dying, disease, deception, pain, and pharmaceuticals. Think about it for yourself. Define it for yourself. Understand what it is and what's going on and how you're going to be from now on in this world. It doesn't matter what disease name you may say you have. And the standard ones around the world that everybody has is high blood pressure, diabetes, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, all those things like that. And because they want to separate it, you want to keep it as a whole. The body is a whole. The body is intelligent. I can't talk about the lymphatic system without talking about all the other 11, 12 systems. But yes, the lymphatic system, the nervous system, the circulatory system covers almost every part of the human body. And they all must be in balance. And the cells must have enough fluid around them so they don't drown. They are not suffocating. They're able to breathe. They don't have excess fluid and excess sodium, and cells can talk. Cell talk can communicate based on your states of consciousness, family, community, and friends. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. And man is the individualized expression of God. Man is the individualized expression of God, love, light, and is ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Yes, you're one. We're all are one. Family, community, and friends, take that deep, 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 deep breath. This is the negative free zone. This is where you love yourself, tune into yourself, take those deep, 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 deep breaths. Create the world that you want to see. I mean, you want to see it because you're living in it, and that's how you get to see it. Family, community, and friends. Yes, that's how you get to see it. Woo woo! On the friendship train. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Just keep bringing it back to yourself with love, because that's what Karen do. And that's why she's moving forward from this stroke. Yes, the nerves tells me a whole lot. I feel the nerves on one side. I don't feel the nerves on the other side, but it's all good, and it's going on for a minute now, so it's all good. But the body is purifying itself, cleansing itself. Like I said, since I decided to let go of the diet and just do water and let the body just do everything that it needs to do, operate the way it needs to operate before me giving it anything. And boy, what a difference has it made. What a big difference it has made for me. I went through some things. I'm still going through some things, I'm telling you, as far as female goes. And women, you know, we have our cycles, and women get to hold on to some of that. And being 65 and going through that phase, woo, Lord, I feel like I'm at the end. I'm going to say I'm at the end. Woo! Take a deep, deep breath, because I had to tune into myself. Tune into yourself through the magic of poetry. A return to love. There are times in your life when you feel like no one is there to see you through. You must remember that when we look inside ourselves, there is always someone there. Search inside your soul. There is an answer. A Return to Love, a poem by Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. The book is Tune Into Yourself Through the Magic of Poetry, and I've just completed retyping it again. Another poem, Change Your Faith. We make a choice to think and do the things that we do. We make our problems and solutions based on our faith. That which we believe in is our true belief. It is known in our actions. We teach people how to treat us. What is your faith turned to? Reach deep, deep down inside. Remove your faith, not of God's faith. Turn away from controlled faith and give your faith to divine faith. If I will let go, when we attempt to control our lives, we tend to shift the events in our lives. We do not allow ourselves the opportunity to gain the greater understanding of life. We refuse to let go of control and let God lead our lives. If we do not manipulate the situation, the issues, or plan the outcome, we do have the choice to simply just let go. If I will let go, I will gain a greater love than what I thought I lost. If I will let go. Another poem. How did I lose track? Sometimes in life we decide to follow everyone's opinions, comments, suggestions, examples, encouragements, motivation, goodness, and love, that we forget we have a working mind and a loving heart, that we don't need to lose our track and follow someone else's track. We need to stop reasoning, start being still, start listening to that inner wealth God's truth revealed. Stay on track. Woo woo! We on the friendship train. Another poem, Force of Life. And I have shared these poems with you because they all were done in 2000. But they are so on time right now. And then every now and then the universe gives me another poem. So I did add the new poems like I said. But these are the other ones. The Force of Life. I want it now. I want it right now. I cannot wait. I need it now. I'm going to will it to me right now. I worked hard to get it right now. I want it in my time, not your time. I must have it now. Stop trying to force life. Let go and let God. I tell you, pride makes excuses. Humility makes adjustments. Transform your life, not by forcing change, but by the renewing of your mind. And life is beautiful and wonderful. What do you see with your inner eye? What do you see with your outer eyes? What did you imagine? What did you create? What do you think? What do you have? What are you taking for granted? What insecurities are you holding on to? Who are you blaming? What problems do you see with no solutions in sight? What power have you given away? What fear are you holding on tightly that you cannot find the love? What? I'm here to tell you that life is beautiful and wonderful. It is never ever mean, cruel, or unkind. It is always loving and good. The power of life is in the power of the mind. Think righteous thoughts and righteous things are happening. Life is beautiful and wonderful, family, community, and friends. Time to hold on to that statement and know that to be truth. As I said, tune into yourself. That's why we on a friendship train ride. Tune into yourself as a poem. I'm crying everyone's tears. I'm listening to everyone's words. I'm fighting everyone's battles. I am hearing everyone's noise. I am tuned into you. I am tuned into her, to him, to them. I am tuned into everything and everyone. I am chasing everyone's dreams and hopes. Have I listened to self, that inner wealth, that invisible soul of my soul? There is never any uncertainties. The frequencies are always clear. There is no stagnation, no blockages. The information is always right when you tune into yourself, not others. Tune into your conscious mind, Heaven 101, channel and control. The poem, the book, tune into yourself. Family, community, and friends, you're on the friendship train ride with Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, poet. This is my first book. It was put out in 2000. I had to retype it over. It's going to be available on my website very shortly as a download. And I'm sharing with you the poems that's in that book that you'll be able to get and have. And you will be able to purchase a CD as well. So, A Tornado of Life. A poem titled A Tornado of Life. I'm in the center. I see the light. I know what is right. I can't take this life anymore. I'm in the center. I didn't ask for this experience. I'm in the center. Why won't you love me? I'm in the center. I need to have this and that. I'm in the center. I got to have that car, that home, and that thing in my life. I'm in the center. I got to have that person in my life. The tornado has stopped. My mind is still. My thoughts are calm. I stayed in the center of life's great thrill. I let the silence keep me in the center of this, a tornado of life, to teach me self-control and to always trust my insight. Let your tornadoes in life be still, be centered, and know what you are not holding on to with self-control. In reflection of those incidents, it's another poem. Be very careful of your words, your actions, your thoughts, your blaming, your naming, and your gaming. Stop to take a moment and consider what you are creating and what you are saying. You may not have a chance to take it back. For what you think and speak, you create. When you look with a righteous heart by just being still and take time to consider what is truth and not real, the divine presence of wisdom is always near. What appears to be truth is not always real. I'm here to tell you that for real. Move by what I say, not by what seems real, when you look with a conscious heart by just being still. We all have those times and reflections of incidents. But Simply Teen is one of the other poems. And then there's a few more poems that will be listed on my website and the book. But the last poem that I would share with you that I wrote about, Simply Teen. Each and every one of us are responsible for each other. We must learn that there are no separate things. We must support each other, trust in each other, honor self, and honor others. I cannot achieve more. I cannot achieve more. I cannot experience more when you do not value me and I do not value you. Respect for life, respect for me is all we need to succeed. They tell me TEAM means together everyone achieves more. Family, community, and friends, it's time for everybody to achieve more. It's time for everybody to tune into themselves. Get out of the negative zone. Don't turn your health care over to no one else. Learn basic anatomy, basic physiology. That's what we do. Understand how the body works, what it needs. And you will live a more pleasant, more peaceful life here on planet Earth. And you will know what you need and what you need to let go of. The world you live in is make-believe. The world you see with a conscious eye, the third eye, the first eye, is captured by the Creator's eye. Family, community, and friends, be calm in the chaos. There is no fear in love. And that's why we say, you got to love yourself, be in love with yourself. So taking the time on a friendship train ride to just what? Tune into yourself. Woo woo! Family, community, and friends, we're going to listen to a commercial. We're going to listen to a song. I'm going to come back and share with you briefly. We may get to listen to a message from Bruce Lipton. But this is May. They say is Health Month. But remember, last month and every month is Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day and Conscious Self Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month will help you celebrate all those other days in peace and harmony. But May celebrates older Americans. I didn't even know that. It's been around since 1963, celebrating older Americans. And that's what this month is about. And their message is Aging Unbound. So I ask you today, what does that say to you? Aging unbound. Where have you bound yourself? And where do you need to unbound? And who are you giving the power to, saying that they're supposed to provide for this, they're supposed to provide for that, they're supposed to give me this, they're supposed to give me that? And all you need to do is what? Take the time to tune into yourself. Stick aboard the friendship train ride, because we're here helping you to become your own wellness doctor while you step up out of the dark ages of disease care and shift out of chronic disease care stress, because that's where all the stress is. Woo woo! You're on the friendship train. Family, community, and friends. Everybody shake a hand, make a friend. Woo! Come on. Thank you, family, community, and friends. Thanks for sharing the Friendship Train ride with your friends and family. We are all connected. Yes, we are. To all that is. And harmony is of balance. We are in balance. All of your life has to do with your thoughts. It's time to go back to being yourself, learning who you are. Thoughts become things, and we're going to share some more with you. Remember, you're setting back, so during a commercial, put an extra pressure down on those, rubbing those feet and rubbing your hands. And don't forget, your ears tell you everything too. Rub each part of your ear, and just don't forget to rub your face. And you know what face is all about. Everything it does with the whole digestive circulatory system. It's in your face. Family, community, and friends. Be right back with you, Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, coming to you straight and live from the non-secular science of medicine. We are aboard the Friendship Train ride, the arc of self-healing and self-help. It's here to help you with health education, with longevity and peace, to be your own wellness doctor aboard the Friendship Train. Woo woo! I tell you, I got to get my horn and get my clapper, and I'll be ready. Be right back with your family, community, and friends. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnosis are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.CELLABRATED.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website for celllife.com. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lymphologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the Friendship Train to Healthcare Freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web for celllife.com. the number 4, the word CELL, CELLLIFE.com. Hey, we gotta help one another. Woo woo! Welcome back, family, community, and friends. I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, coming to you straight and live from the non-circular science of medicine. You on the friendship train ride, the conscious self-health care conversation radio show, sharing with you information to empower you to become your own wellness doctor. It's not as complicated as you think it is to be your own wellness doctor. You know the names of diseases by what they say, but understand what it is in association to your body that you are doing or not doing for it. Because you are the only one that can make the corrections to make you feel great about being here on planet Earth in this body. Wellness. And there's so many seniors, is a word I can use to describe people of a certain age. They are in better shape than some 20 and 30-year-olds because they've learned and mastered how to take care of the body and didn't make it stressful. And understand that man can create anything that they want, food, anything and everything, but the body is simplistic. Go back to the foundation. Mother Nature does it all the time. It goes back to its foundation. You can put anything on it. Man can build anything, do anything it want. But when Mother Nature says it's time for me to reset, Mother Nature resets. Thoughts become things, and it's time to choose the good ones. Create the good ones. Right perspective, right results. When your perspective is not clear, your behavior becomes inconsistent. Family, community, and friends, your body will never lie to you. However, your mind will. That's why I want you to step up to quantum health and healing with me. Thank you for coming to dance and breathe with me on a friendship train ride. Share with individuals. Go to my YouTube channel. I put all the shows up there. K Davis F YouTube. Go there, listen to the show, share them with your friends. You ain't got to communicate with me. Be your own wellness doctor. Like the commercial says, step up to the Nest Health Wellness System, Bioenergetics. What your cell language is talking about, it's going to display it to you and let you understand exactly what's going on through the energy and frequency and vibration of cell life. Yes, we are. Epigenetics. We're talking about understanding what the cells are saying to you. Family, community, and friends, so go to my website. Use the voice scan. You can do it by using your cell phone or your computer voice. Take it. I'll let you see it and look at it for over a week. If you decide you want to step up and do more, I will, but you always have your back end. You always have meditative music, quantum healing, information, all kinds of information of modernization of healthcare where you can become your own wellness doctor. We're right there at your fingertips. You can share it, but I want you to step up. And right now, to know what's going on with your physical body, and some people say they're not stressing, the cells are not stressing, they're doing all right, and you think everything's okay. We don't want anything to happen spontaneously to anyone. Step up. I have the Max Pulse system. I call it the Max Pulse Self-Gnosis Exam. You want to check your autonomic system. It tells you everything that's going on with the body, and that's what they're using to diagnose so many diseases with. I don't even use those sheets. It's not about that. It's understanding what your body cells are saying to you. That's why you can read it. That test is done in person. Give me a call. Connect with me. Visit my website. That's ConsciousSelfCare.com. ConsciousSelfCare.com. Right there on the very first page. Get your free voice scan. Right there. If you're local, you can come and you can have the scan right here with me. Be great. We can talk. And if you want to step up, you can purchase the handheld scanning device, which is very affordable. You can scan it for yourself, your friends, and your pets. Because, yes, we're talking about cell life. So Nest also has it available where I have purchased the animal wellness system, and we can tell you what's going on with your dogs, your cats, your horses, and I even seen them scan a bull. So I guess we can scan cows too. But nevertheless, family, community, and friends, thank you for joining me on the Friendship Train ride, for stepping up, being your own wellness doctor. That's what we're talking about. Sometimes just going back to foundation. The foundation is there, is already set. God put it there for you. Asking yourself right now to tune into yourself, to trust yourself, to love yourself beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness. You have all this information, but you must remember to remember what you know to be true for yourself. Live beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness. You know exactly what to do for your body, and we do not need pharmaceuticals, surgeries, removal organs, or anything like that, just for the daily care of our body. And you know, I'm telling you, family, community, and friends, we strengthen up that nerve force power right now. Woo woo! So setting back on the Friendship Train ride with you. And you know, I was sharing with you last week. I was sharing with you about the nervous system. And we was talking about the 6 basic fears that people have. So you want to go back and listen to last week's show along with this week's show. We talked about the fear of poverty, the fear of health, ill health, the fear of old age, the fear of criticism, the fear of the loss of love, but we understand the greatest love of all. And we talked about the fear of death. We talked about the fear of death in terms of death. We also have to understand about our own death and not have fear of that death. So we talked about that too. So to put it all in this perspective for us, I'm going to share with you this passage right here. The river of thought. The river of thought. We know thought creates things. It's time to choose the good ones. The river of thought. Life resembles a great river which splits into 2 forks. One stream carries all who embark on it to inevitable success, health, and happiness. The other fork of the river flows in the opposite direction, just as defiantly carrying those upon it to ill health, premature aging, unhappiness, want, and failures. Fork in the road, the river of thought. This river is neither fantastic nor artificial. It exists as surely as the Mississippi, but it travels in minds of men. It consists not of water, but of thoughts. The river of thought. 2 pathways. The success fork of the river represents positive thoughts. The failure stream, negative thoughts. And the most dangerous of all negatives is fear. False education accepted as reality. Stepping up out of a man-made mindset of human consciousness and understanding what's on your path and what's before you. The river of thoughts, what you holding on to. What thought are you holding on to? That's holding you back, that's putting you in a freeze zone, that's having you stand still. Let go of the fear. Let go. Faith versus fear. Faith versus fear. Faith creates values. Fear destroys them. Faith builds. Fear tears down. It has been so since the dawn of civilization, and it will be so until the end of time. All success has its beginning in faith. All failure has its beginning in fear. All success has its beginning in faith. All failure has its beginning in fear. That is why we need to understand the nature and cause of fears and how to overcome them. Fear need not be permanent. I say this with confidence because I have learned about the uplifting power of faith versus the destructiveness of fear at first hand. The major portion of my adult life has been spent helping people in all walks of life to master fear and develop faith. Times too numerous to mention, I have seen men and women come into my office or into my health classes all over the world, so whipped by fear that they were ready to end it all in suicide. And I have seen these same men and women, after following the nerve building program found in this book, change their lives and became ready, willing, and eager to attack whatever problem life faced in their past. You cannot be free of nerve tensions, stress, and strain if you are full of fear. Family, community, and friends, you cannot be free of nerve tensions, stress, and strains if you are full of fear. You cannot enjoy health and feeling of youthfulness unless you have faith in Mother Nature. You must have implicit faith that nature can help you banish all your mental and physical ills. When you build your reservoir of nerve force by constructive living and banish fear from your life. Family, community, and friends, overcoming fear, releasing fear, letting fear go, understanding that was the greatest gift I ever gave myself. Fear of nothing. Even when I thought my foot was fat and it really wasn't fat and I didn't wear big shoes, I had to let it go. The illusion. What's the illusion? What's the reality? Only you know, family, community, and friends. You don't live in fear because you know your reality. You are the creator of your reality, of your life. If you don't want it there, don't think it there, don't let it be there, release it and let it go. Take control. Family, community, and friends, it's time to overcome your fear. By building your nerve force to the highest level, you are able to meet and defeat any fear that may come into your consciousness. I realize that it takes physical, mental, and spiritual energy to overcome your fears. So whatever it is, family, community, and friends, tackle it, let it go, be in control. We can make it. Even though they're saying and making it hard and changing everything and bringing everything down and just shifting everything. Just move ahead straight forward, but be in harmony and peace with good health. Then everything will work out for itself, because that's what it has done for me. I am telling you the truth. With the death of my roommate, my friend, my partner, and the things that he did, because he was living in fear. He lost his strength. He lost his sight. He let the medical system put fear in him. He became afraid of death. And we don't want to be afraid of death, dying, diseases. Understand their deception. Go through your pain and release those pharmaceuticals. Go back to the foundation of who you are. Mother Nature is pure, and you can purify yourself. Understanding the lymphatic system, taking those deep lymphatic breaths. Come connect with me, family, community, and friends. Understand where you are. You want to go to the doctor to go get tests. Well, I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, Doctor of Lymphology. Come, have the test, the max pulse test. Understand the system, autonomic system. Understand what your body is trying to tell you through your sympathetic nervous system. It will tell you your stress level. It will tell you everything that's going on with your body. Step up to quantum health and heal it, and look at it from that point of view, from that perspective, frequencies and vibrations of your energy with the Nest Health Wellness. And just go to my website, CELL-LIFE.com, the number 4, CELLLIFE.com, and connect with me. We can talk a little bit. We talk about nerve force. So I'm going to leave you some time so you can think about all the things that I have said to you. And then we're going to listen to this 5-minute talk from Bruce Limpton. And let it be your strength. Let this gentleman step you up with me out of the dark ages of disease care and understand what epigenetics is teaching us above the genes. We thankful that they understand gene therapy, but what's above the genes? What's truly going on? How you get to create these devices? How you get to understand? Because we are energy. We are vibrating electric energy beings living in this physical body, but we must take care of it. And we can do that. We have the power and we have the strength. God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Therefore we will not fear. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and sound mind. There is no fear in love. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. Love is all there is. Thank you for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Accommodation Radio Show this week with your host, myself, Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. And I'm telling you, it's time for you to live beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness. Step up with me and learn the lymphatic system. Step up to me, have these tests done so you know what you need to do with your body. And food is simple. You know what is real food and you know what is not. If it grows in a plant, it's not real food. If it is a plant, it's real food. Family, community, and friends. And yes, he gave us some animals. And if you decide that you want to eat those, eat them as purified as you can and not every day, even if it is natural and organic. Family, community, and friends, if you're here and you're breathing, step back, relax, take a deep breath, and start taking care of yourself. You have the responsibility and nobody else. And no drugs and no surgeries or anything like that is going to sustain you. Life is a state of consciousness. Life is consciousness. Conscious living through living consciously is the key. Woo woo! See you next week.
You know, there's an interesting story in the Bible. It's called Genesis. And in that story of Genesis, God creates the planet, God creates nature, and as an afterthought, more or less, God created people and put them into that mix. The unfortunate part of that story that's been carried around for the last couple of thousand years makes a situation that suggests that we and nature are separate from one another, that we came on our own separate from the planet. Well, this has been a big problem. You know why? Because we are actually created by nature. And the significance is, as the fate of nature goes, so does the fate of human civilization. And now comes the biggest problem, is that humans have been destroying nature and precipitating what is called the sixth mass extinction of life. People just haven't caught on to the important part. If nature goes down, so does humanity go down, because we are nature. So maybe it's the wake-up call, a wake-up call that actually is a call from a long time ago. 10,000 years ago, the indigenous people on this planet already knew that nature was a garden, and they were here as gardeners to help create the beauty of that garden. Well, let's wake up to that original belief, because that's what's actually controlling our world. We have to stop using the earth and start working with the earth. That's how our evolution will take us into the future. An interesting concept of humans is that we are the smart, intelligent creatures of the planet, and the rest has less or even no intelligence to it, just reflexive behavior at some point. But this is not true. As a matter of fact, here's an important point. The human body is made out of cells. The cells are the intelligent part of the human body. We are just a collective expression of cellular intelligence. Well, nature is imbued with all this intelligence. And the fact is this, when we start to take the stance that we have dominion over nature is when our civilization started to fall from grace. Significance why is we are nature. We are not the controllers of nature. We're the ones that are supposed to learn how to live in harmony with a garden. Simple fact. A garden is not a battleground. But look what we did. We've turned it into a battleground. A garden is the height of cooperation. And this is what nature is asking humans to do at this moment. Wake up and start learning to live in harmony and cooperation with nature. Well, guess what, folks? You've been looking at yourselves as a single entity, a single organism, but when you look in the mirror and you see that single organism, let me adjust the understanding, and that is this. A human is actually a community of 50 trillion human cells. In fact, there's even more cells. We call it the microbiome. You're covered with 10 times as many microbiotic cells, such as bacteria and fungus, and these are part of our life. Guess what? You can't live without them. So today's definition of a human is not just the human cells, but all the microbiota that live with us, because without them, we will not survive. In human health, we're not talking about the individual health. We're talking about the health of a community of those 50 trillion cells. And then I go, well, they are miniature people, these cells. Why? They have all the same functions that you have. Respiration, digestion, excretion, nervous system, even immune system. And so what's really important is your health is not based on one cell. It's based on 50 trillion cells living in community. And the significance of all that is then who's organizing this community? And it turns out the brain is organizing this community. And the significance is very clear. The brain doesn't tell the digestive system how to do its job or the heart how to do its job. The brain is coordination. And if we screw up this coordination, then the community begins to fall apart. So it comes down to a simple fact. Harmony in the community is health. Disharmony in the community is disease. And all of a sudden it says if we want to heal ourselves, we don't have to worry about the genetics of the individual cells. It's actually the consciousness, the government by which 50 trillion cells are living their lives. How are your thoughts these days? Are they positive? Are they negative? Why? Because your thoughts are a political voice for 50 trillion citizens under your skin. And when your thoughts are in harmony, so's that community. So let's look at health in a different way. A political situation versus a molecular genetic situation. It's the politics of health that we understand. You know, when I was a professor in a medical school, what was I teaching? I was teaching about this organ system and this one, the respiration system, the digestive system, the musculoskeletal system. We looked at all of these as little independent systems to study. But guess what? Over time, we learned something very important. You cannot study an individual organ alone. It's a process of community where all the organs are integrated together. So there's a whole different approach today. It's called systems biology. I'm not just studying the heart. I'm studying the heart in relation to the brain, the heart in relation to the gut, the heart in relation to our behavior. So all of a sudden we start to see that every organ system is connected to every other organ system and they work as a system. And so the beautiful new view is not to study how a single organ works, because it's connected to everything else. And as a result, if we understand the interconnectivity of the organs, then we can understand the whole process that comes out of a human. So we're going from reductionism, studying the pieces, into holism, studying how all the pieces come together and create a whole. And that knowledge is empowering. And if you understand it, you can have more power in creating your life.
Greetings, everyone. Are you still taking care of your human body field cellular malfunctions from an outdated healthcare system? Why not shift out of chronic disease care, stress, pharmaceuticals, vaccines, and surgery, and step up to energetics, epigenetics, and quantum health and healing with me? Step up and take control of your health journey. I offer you one free human body field voice scan from your computer or phone. Instant access to your scan results and more free quantum health information. For more details, visit ConsciousSelfCare.com. ConsciousSelfCare.com, or call Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, 202-248-7749. Yes, it's time to be your own wellness doctor.